Last week, we talked about predatory behavior online and how easy it is to target today's impressionable kids. This week, we question the role that popular social media apps play in controlling this kind of potentially harmful content from targeting our children. With YouTube effectively replacing television for Generation Z, which is effectively all our children, how have you perceived Google's latest news about terminating comments that endangers minors, possibly shutting down certain channels that are dangerous for children to limit predatory behavior? And do you think that other social media apps should follow? I think there's a recent statistic that says, or recent research that says, that Instagram is the most popular app for predators online. What do you have to say about this?
There's a number of things there. That Instagram now is the most popular app for predatory behavior because of the number of users. So as we, society, jump on it and utilize it, it becomes a larger target audience to go after. And unfortunately, our children are sharing a lot of their lives on Instagram, and therefore it makes it a little bit easier for predators out there to target them, not least of which because of the personal data, the pictures that are being pushed out there, the fact that they geotag a lot of them so that you can see almost, it's like putting a flag in the map as to exactly where they are. So that's why it's become so prevalent.
Firstly, you need to have the right privacy settings on. If they're not on, that's when these predators can enter your child's online space, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, but now, do these predators have to be strangers? Or can they even be in like their peer group or their friend circle? And then what do you do if that is the case?
Sure, and this has been proven with a number of statistics that cyberbullying specifically happens usually within the peer group. It's not strangers that are performing cyberbullying in terms of saying mean things or trying to share inappropriate content. As I said, cyberbullying itself, that actually does tend to be within the peer group, and then it's about finding out who is perpetrating that. Right. That can be tracked by IP address and device. To come back to what YouTube has done and Google's announcement, it's a step in the right direction to answer that question. Yes, it needs to be done. There was recently a ring of predators that were identified and shut down because they were using the comments of YouTube to share inappropriate behavior, inappropriate content with other people in the same ring as them. So closing down that the comment section on those kind of videos is definitely a good step in the right direction to stop those kind of things. But there's also the other side of the coin where people are saying, but isn't that freedom of speech? Now, yes, there's freedom of speech, but when people are using that specific platform and a functionality in there to, in this case, it was regarding inappropriate content of children, then that without question should be shut down. And I think that with the technology that's available to get YouTube to be able to suggest to me videos that I would be interested in based on all the information that I've provided, they should also be able to sort of flip that technology around and use that technology to identify where these videos are coming from, where the inappropriate comments are coming from, and shut them down, because there's no place for that on these platforms. Should other platforms be doing the same thing? Yes, I think they should. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, they're all making headway into this. They are providing resources for parents. Instagram has a great parents area that has a lot of video tutorials about how to do certain things on there. Some parents are just unaware that it's there. And so it's letting them know that it's there, and then it's on mum and dad to go and learn from there. But could they be doing more? Absolutely, because we still see far too much content on these platforms that could be detrimental to our children and young people. And the terms and conditions of use of some of these platforms, Instagram in particular, says that certain types of content are prohibited. And yet myself and my co-founder in the UK have found content on Instagram, screen captured it, sent it through to the reporting capability of Instagram to say, surely this is against the community rules. And unfortunately, the response has been, no, it's not. And this is around things like self-harm, which can be, a subject that children and young people find by accident on these channels, and then this content is supposed to be prohibited. But if you go onto Instagram and the hashtag self-harm, there's over 360,000 visuals available on that hashtag. So this is where we have to become more aware and more prevalent in our activities to understand that this is possible, because we're going to have to wait for the platforms who do have a responsibility to do this.
Thank you so much, Barry, for all of this. So guys, I hope you found this conversation really helpful. We had this conversation more not to alarm you, just to prepare you and to make you more aware of what's happening so that you know what precautions you can take. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and let me know if there's anything more you want me to talk about. Barry Lee Cummings' details and the organization are all in the description below. Thank you for watching, and see you next week. Bye!